Turn 51. We have a choice here of becoming gracious, so we'll take it. We have a choice of gaining 2 wisdom at the cost of pissing off families for 20 years. I'm going to take it. 2 wisdom is pretty nice at this point. And it enables a lot of positive events as well. We can get XP or become humble, righteous, or superstitious. I'm going to go for the XP. And then we can get an ambition, but we're going to go for the XP as well. And then here, I couldn't show you the event. We had the choice of charisma, discipline, or courage, and I took charisma. We're going to be very economical in order with our moves. We're going to start an Odeon here. I'm going to start a mine here. I'm going to start a theater here. Sorry, that's a Odeon, yep. Festival here. We will start a stronghold, a theater here. We will start a road here. Road there. Road there. And a pasture here. And then we'll start, I think I went back and forth an apprentice monk first not. I think I'd rather get the rural specialist right now. And we can move over here to start this next turn. Just not enough orders right now, but we're going to have 22 next turn. And we're going to get a rancher there and our fisher here. Yeah, we're a little order tight right now, but navigation's 1 turn away. So definitely want to get serfdom next turn. With those extra orders. A little tight right now order-wise. If you look at that order graph, it is pretty scary. Complete plunge here. So just pre-nerf orators, I guess. We'll see what we get in terms of our archetype. And we have a strength, gracious, and our, surprised I didn't get another strength offered instead of getting a choice of stats, but maybe it's tied to how much XP. So I think I need the strength at 200. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it was just a choice of stats. Not sure. Since I already have a strength, maybe it gives you stats and then probably so you don't. I don't know. Yeah. We'll festival here. Though we could also worker here realistically. Probably should. Like what was our count? We had. We're finishing a scout here, getting a scout here. Don't have the. I could move this here, but it'll take me like a bazillion orders, say 4 orders, where this guy will pop out easier. I'll have more money next turn, so we'll need to sell, and also more orders. Could do a worker here. Probably should. Yeah. Got the stonecutter and the fisher. We are going to go festival here to be able to get that salt online and another theater here. I did start a poet here because I can here. So I thought about those elder monks, but I'd rather have the ranchers for the orders, I think, and fishers. If I had had a Rex here, then I would have gone for it, but I'm really short on stone right now. Very short on stone. So okay on iron, but hopefully the stone will come online. Ishtar is going to be a little later, so we are building a bunch of buildings. So, but I think it's worth getting those garrisons and strongholds and theaters up, especially in these critical cities. Here we're slowly making progress. Probably we'll do a second hamlet here, and then maybe a theater here, which then should give us border collapse, which would be great. It'll take some time, but I think that'll do it. Right, I think that's it. Yeah, definitely order constrained. Curious to hear from the comments whether folks agree on rural specialists over just getting monks. Don't know what good a monk does for me here. Like, yeah, it gives me 3 science versus 1 science for the rural specialist, so maybe that's worth it. And I'm okay on food, so yeah. And here I think the order is probably more valuable than the monk. But there maybe it's better. Here we don't have, and here it still hasn't spread. Religion still has not spread to these 2 cities. So yeah, we have no vision of the front line right now. So that's why we're working on getting the scout up and running. This one will probably chill around here, maybe go there, see what. Not sure where he's building. Do we see any racks anywhere? Maybe he's building. Has he just been rushing them out or something? I'm not entirely sure. Building treasuries? What is his, like, yeah, well, we'll find out his entire kingdom next turn with our revealed infiltration, but I'm really curious how he's building units. We're not building units here at the moment. We are 7 years away, so we can remind ourselves, swap judge to Samar on by officers. 58. And then I guess in 3 years, start minor Samar on 54. All right, that's pretty much it. 92 science, definitely benefiting from our agents, but really just this guy. So 10 science from that. Glad I prioritized Portcullis to get that up and running. Yeah, how many agents do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, assuming we make the courtyard agent at some point. So yeah, we can have vision for sure on 1, 2, 3, 4 more cities, maybe 5 here. So it'll be good to have vision. Don't know that I need vision here necessarily, but definitely it here. Definitely want it here. So, and looks like that is a anchored bireme to connect here. So I'm going to try to do this without the anchoring. Some roads. We'll figure out what we want to do. Might be a little over constrained, but should be okay. All right, let's go ahead and send this back.
And turn 51. Science-wise, it's an okay draw, not the worst. We are picking up phalanx, moving our settler, harvesting, moving this worker in place, and grabbing some extra wood, selling some food, grabbing a bit of extra wood, bringing this in place to move these workers up. Actually, I kind of want to skip this. Can we build another worker here? Do we want to build another worker here? No. Before this. Do we have this worker? You don't want to do anything. So we are buying out the museum and looking to pour some more workers in the coming turns to cut down on the construction time. We have an absolutely abysmal options for a marriage, the hero that hates us, and a just schemer, so nothing we want to take. Opinions don't look so good. We're kinda looking at the existing characters. We have 2 young zealots in here. One of those will be sufficient. So I say we just spend some more civics in here to try and get someone to marry. We are approaching our 30s here. So we have 2 orders left. Probably would love to get someone from the Statesmen assigned, so we are getting some more civics. We could assign a diplomat here though. Someone like this. Affable for extra growth. That sounds like a solid investment. She will take over to positive. There's not much money in here, so this is fine. She will boost our civics outpost as well. It's not enough to push ourselves up here, but it will help overall. That's still a young diplomat, so this is a decent assignment. So, looking to build some barracks here. At least one barracks next turn. With these together, that should be 2 turns, 3 turns. So, but overall, this is fine. We could also run influence missions instead. I know we are busy with trying to get married. We did not start any lumber mills. Unfortunate. We chop this. This is not a higher value tile. Here we are too busy getting the museum done. In other cities, I think we do want another worker in here to do some to get these things online. And what we're mostly done. Did he pick up an archetype? Not yet. He did pick up Gracious though. And quite a lot of stats, so he is tutoring and getting events. So he will have quite a scary leader. It's already 7 attributes. And there's still a lot of ways to go. And we aren't looking too shabby either. But this is not a trait we really want. Anyway, I don't think I need to go into much. Anyway, might be picking up the Court Scholar. It's one of the cheapest bonus cards you can get, depending on what's on offer. It's a free reroll, and if Drama isn't on offer, we might use the Court Scholar to get there faster, since the others are quite expensive. Hopefully we aren't drawing all the 400 science techs, in which case we're going for land consolidation. I mean, we could skip monasticism for now and go straight towards mana. It's also an option, depending how the techs line up for our 7th law, doing citizenship, mana. Although a monastery or 2 wouldn't hurt either. Getting a monastery in here, especially if we pick up land consolidation monasteries to boost these, can be quite strong as well. Like here, getting 102 monasteries, but we don't have the religion spread to build monasteries, is the thing. So that's 20 turns away basically. Anyway, concentrating on museum. And getting towards courthouses. the next primary goal, I think. Yep, and that's about it. Mainly build the museum this turn and some worker movement, and with that we're already done. So let's send it back.
Turn 52, we got serfdom. We have an event to have a courtier or get discipline. I'm going to pick the discipline because this ruler is going to live for a very long time, so investing in stats is always valuable. Duke Darius, I'm going to go philosophy for him since he's hunters, and my seat or my capital is hunter, and potentially he could be a good governor there as well. Connect our road, start a hamlet here to expand borders. We'll start these nets, we'll start these nets, we'll start a mine here, we'll chop, and start a quarry here. And that is all our moves, but now finally we are connected here. And as this builds out, we should get that up and running. We can even start this ahead of that festival, just swapping the order to get the miner online, so we can salt Parsa on turn 54, which will help a little bit with our culture, which is a giant problem at the moment. Don't have anything for this order for this to do. Civics boost is amazing, so we're taking it. We are targeting straight for metaphysics and cartography and we should also take serfdom, largely because he has just started. Frederick has just started the museum, which gives him plus 50% science. This city is already at 27 science. Plus 50% will add quite a lot to that base science. So very, very scary. Very interesting build from Frederick. Definitely want to talk to him about this after the game. And next turn, we will get an agent into Hadrumutum. Just do not have the orders for it this turn. I'm prioritizing workers because I have pretty good vision at the moment, so don't really need the scout to pop over there. We're just super tight on orders at the moment. Really curious what we will get in terms of a archetype. That's pretty much it for this turn. We'll have our first Palton cab, which I think will just sit here and do nothing. We can get it to the front pretty quickly now that we have our road network up. And we've got that over there. His ship is here. I don't see any other ships. He's festivaling here. Seems like he's just getting stuff set up. And he is still on 8 cities, so he hasn't settled here or here. We'll definitely want to get a scout in the south when we have some spare orders. For scouts, we'll have one pop out here that could go camp here, and maybe this one can come south. So Suso Scout goes south. Just to keep an eye on what's going on down there. And the scout probably can do nothing because we're not going to have orders for it for a bit, since we have 3 workers that we are not able to engage at the moment. And we're starting another worker, so maybe that might be a mistake, but we will see. Sad I can't get forestry right now, but civics boost is too good to pass up, and cartography is too vital to not get. We have also revealed all his territory here, so we can see everything, which is nice. He's settled this city and hasn't settled here because we just revealed this turn. So serfdom we did pick up. We opted not to tutor Darius because just figured it was going to be better to get the discipline than get a courtier. And like Darius is pretty far down in the inheritance tree. Realistically, don't really need to invest that much and don't have the spare orders or money really to play with that. We will potentially try to get Ishtar if we can. It's going to be pretty big. Might get it sniped, in which case Lighthouse is a nice backup. But right now we do not have enough stone for anything. But we're getting a bunch of quarries online, so should be hopefully good, although these will be 4. These will be lumber mills. And might quarry here. I don't think we'll have the specialist. It's sad I didn't have time to get a specialist in here. Would have been nice, but I think it's more important to get the officer up and running. And once this gets to strong, or to developing, we can move our judge around. which would happen pretty soon, it looks like. So, all right, let's send this one back.
Turn 52. We are getting some stuff done. We are getting our marriage done. This was one of the salads. The other one on offer was this guy, which was already on offer previously. The just schemer that has become the head of Judaism. This is in the negatives. I want to avoid getting some religious dissent, so we are, after doing some worker and settler movement, starting a barracks here, getting more workers on top of this, starting some lumber mills as we are in the negatives, and then eventually adopting a state religion, taking the religion on ourselves and influencing the head. It will put him on this. We also got a conversion event. Let's undo this quickly. It's here. We could spend some money or iron to get an additional opinion, but since we are looking okay, should we take the point in discipline instead? We might be putting her into the capital eventually. Oh, we are dropped down to -4. Charisma sinking again. But he's still providing science, so we'll keep it for now. Signing some production, getting some form down. We have a bit of spare stone now. And the last action that was influencing him. I have quite a few people already converted. Also look into assigning our king consort here, as well as influencing him to get him on this. This will also improve our rider opinion. Let's mark this down for 54. Influence consort. These are still not good candidates here. Otherwise, we're pretty much done. We got a spread into here. That's pretty good. Monastery here would be great. Everything else is coming along. Not quite fast enough. Looking to rush this out next turn with this worker, or to put it down to 1 turn next turn, so we can invest into an officer right after the festival. This is all ongoing. Not been spending our training for upgrading these. These are 3 workers now, the 2 that were here and the one from down here. So we have 13 remaining. That goes down to 10. So we need kind of 1 additional point to shave off 1 turn. Is that worth it? Or add in 2 next turn? We might force march this worker up here next turn. Getting this done as early as possible is kind of valuable. We are still not having drama though. Not that we're looking to build these in here. We can still use the workers here to build some lumber mills and stuff. Oh, we did get an event for another ambition, but one was basically produce 1,000 wood, which we are very far away from, and the other was I can't quite remember, but something else I didn't want to do. So we declined that, which is still bad. We need to get these going. Kinda aiming for, I mean, the first like 20-30 years are slower, but kinda aiming for 1 ambition per 10 turns, and we are still behind that. You did see his, to have a raid incoming. You did see the scout here, so he's poked into the capital to see where we're building the museum. Not that it's too hard to guess. I only have 1 strong culture city. Can only be built in here. Probably wanted to see how fast I'm building that. So kinda needing to stabilize this, but she's dying. That's good. Hopefully, if we're lucky, we can get our king consort to become the head of the family. At least there's no more heroes, so we're still getting an upgrade. I think we looked at her already. Still no archetype, but lots of attributes. I mean, we are not looking too shabby either. He has so many people in his line, royal bloodline. I'm having just my lonely little self. Hopefully that changes now that we have a husband again. Yep, we are now accelerating. Our builder is helping us a lot. So attempting to reassign this, but no. I'm not getting as much science as I'm wanting. That's not really that good. And he is like slowing us down a lot. Don't really want to put ourselves in here. Also not the worst. 5 versus 3A. That's 20% versus his. He also has prosperous, of course. 42%. So we're missing out 20%, which is about missing out 4 points of science on this. Feels bad. Kind of a sad state of affairs, this capital. Missing so much in civics. I think we need to assign ourselves here. That's a difference in five civics. Even if we are losing a bit of science. Oh well, let's send the turn back.
Turn 53, we're going to grab the Freemason to roll for metaphysics and cartography. My last choice here is we could put discipline at getting strict. We don't really want strict, so we'll get a random trait on Darius. We'll move some workers over and chop, start a quarry here, chop, start a mine, quarry, chop, quarry. Move this over, and then in our last order, we will just move the monk onto the monastery to get that one science from having a disciple on the monastery. Yeah, so we're going to move these guys back over, and maybe overmoved some. We'll try to get them getting some quarries going. Would really love to collapse these borders. Not entirely sure how to. Maybe a hamlet here. I don't want to build on the mines. If we build a hamlet here, that'll expand here. And then we'll still be short. We'll need another hamlet here. We could also build a specialist here, which will grab these borders, and we could put a hamlet here, which will allow us to build something here, which would collapse. So that's probably better. We'll start the net specialists and get a hamlet here. Building a hamlet in that is going to be painful, but better than nothing. And we'll figure out what we want to do here. I don't think we'll be able to get stuff out of this city very easily, unless we put a bireme or trireme, something like that here, maybe. I don't know. We can think about it. And he is getting that museum up very quickly. It's going to be 10 science and plus 50 science. So fortunately, I've got an agent in that city. Definitely always want to keep a high whiz agent in that city. It's going to benefit me quite a lot. He's somehow slipped down to naive. So I guess I just finished a tech. That's probably why. We are at 7 laws, but a ways away from being able to get cataphract archers. We'll just keep this dude here. I think that's pretty much it. Scouts do not have... Oh yeah, we do not have orders for our scouts right now. But hopefully we'll be able to move them next turn and infiltrate city. We've got a lot of civics as well, which is great. On our way to getting that. We'll see 2 years away until we find out what our archetype is. All right, I think that's it for this turn. We can send this one back. Probably going to be able to start Ishtar soon. Oh yeah, we forgot to build these roads. We don't really have another worker we can put here, so not sure where I want to put Ishtar. Thinking, yeah, not sure. That miner's fine. We probably, yeah, I think we definitely need a worker. Need to send a worker back here or something. Could also do one here, honestly. Ishtar here, maybe? That's not a hill, right? We could do Ishtar here, which will speed up this guy getting to. So that's a possibility. We could just keep Ishtar here. Although we won't be able to start it for 3 years, so maybe we don't move this guy. Yeah, I'm not sure whether we want to move one of these guys over or not. Can think about it. 56, Ishtar. Oops, Ishtar 56. They want to burn orders moving these workers around. Yeah, this is going to be great if we can get these up. Quarries here. And we'll get some chopping in. We'll think about it. That's all really the best spot for Ishtar, I think. It's just going to be a little vulnerable. But the point of Ishtar is you get. I would really like Ishtar here, actually, for the Statesman city. But anyway, gonna send this back.
And turn 53. Just walking quickly through our moves, dropping a bit, getting the growth up here in anticipation of our disciple, spreading the religion here and building disciples here. We are getting our settler for the last city moving, finding ourselves with some spare orders, so we're doing some scouting down here. Only growth again. So upgrading one of these, moving more troops down, assigning generals, everything in here turned into raiders. So looking to kill this off and move in to kill the Danes. Then we're pretty much done. And we are looking at some annoying events. I don't have the orders to benefit from orthodoxy, I think. And I don't benefit from tolerance at all. Both of these opinion modifiers are pretty bad, since we have two families following paganism. Very few actually converted. Can start converting these families, especially this here. Since next turn we are finishing the influence, then he is at 100. Although that is civics out of our pool that we want for laws. So this is 6 per city. I can afford this, and if we do get into this, once we settle this and we get into the stalemate, we might be able to use some orders, especially rushing out in the capital would actually be really good. Although this does increase discontent, which reduces science. So it's kind of double-edged sword. So we either swallowing this bitter pill and taking timid, or getting orthodoxy in play. This will be minus 60 gold. We can afford this, although it will cut into our rushing with money portion of our plan. But then we also have this second event, which is also not that good. We could get a free mythology. It will be instant spread, but these bony are not really what I'm looking for. Although this is actually somewhat tempting. Monasteries, I can build a monastery in here, and this is instant culture, which I kind of need. I don't have clerics for 4+4 civics. I'm not looking for the biggest civics pump. And pissing off the head of the Barsets is not what I want to do. I think I'm taking this. This also means I want to build our final shrine in here, probably. This one. Not sure where yet. But we want to put this down in short order. So this, the devout, hey, that helps too. And then we take this, and this impact is not as big, but still really hurts. This put still this in the negatives, which is discontent in here. Convert convert statesman member next turn. That works. This keeps us in the positives here. Ambassador is not really happy, but I don't. She is old. Don't have any good candidates. These aren't that young either. That's the court merchant. Unfortunate. This we probably want to do with the king consort, but only once he hits 100 with the assignment, so the growth impact isn't as big. And also want to get him to 100 just for the increased chance of kids. So, seen a scout here, has built another scout. 2, 3. There's no orthodoxy here. We have orthodoxy now. So, here, probably looking to build this actually. Just getting more orders done feels really important. More orders. We want a hamlet here. We want to put down hamlets here as well, probably somewhere here or here. Probably just expanding borders down here. So we'll need one road to connect them. Eventually want roads here, and we have trader workers, so at least this can be done relatively fast, since they have this handy perk. I do fear that he is starting to produce Paltons out of here and eventually push past us to stronger again, which will be a problem, especially if a lot of our troops are still in the back. Down to 4. I would need to put one worker on this now, which I can't quite do. I could have done that actually. Are we undoing our whole turn again? God damn it. No, that's 4 workers, right? We have 10 missing, and 4 workers is 3 turns. So, yep, we are doing this. You move towards here. did scout in here. I think this was like this, and not even sure where we ended up stopping. Did upgrade here, but let's move this first. Down here at the commander. Did of course not. It's also undid our reminders. Convert statesman member next turn. This is fine. We did grab orthodoxy and mythology. And I think I have 4 orders still. I think we moved this one forward. This one down to here. And upgraded this. Healed here. And in that case we can harvest some pigs for good measure. Could move this warrior. Could also not heal and reposition this. Here, this allows our warrior to move. It's still faster down here. Still connected to this is probably better. So I think that's about it. 3 turns towards the museum. Did he pick up a... Still no archetype? That's strange. Usually with a student you get the event to choose from really early. He is increasing his stats though. We are sitting at 12, he's at 9. Looking good. Building the shrine here. Actually, the healing shrine gives us growth per adjacent grove. We aren't looking for too much more in here, but we could build it over here. Over here, maybe. But we don't have Judaism in here yet, so be cool to get there's an event that gives free polytheism. Well, we don't have that yet. To get some shrines down could be interesting. Of course, that's a lot of stone too, but building some shrines in here and here instead of Odeons works better if we don't want to build poets. since the shrine stones have upkeep. But I'm contemplating for far too long already, so let's cut this short and send this one back. See you later.